Old things and new ones often do not mesh, perhaps with some exceptions, but for the most part, the old and the new are incompatible. Take technology, for example. Remember those old floppy disks? Yeah, well, they're not gonna work in your new computer. And don't even try to put an old engine in your new car. First off, it's illegal. Secondly, unless that older engine had the exact same emissions equipment down to the exact same part numbers as the new vehicle, well, your new car will not run. Old batteries, I hope we all know this. Old batteries, you don't want to mix those with new ones either, because that can reduce the overall performance, but it can also result in leakage and corrosion. Like your flashlight, yeah, make sure they're all new batteries, and especially the same brand. Just don't mix them up. And in today's gospel from Mark, we learn that no one should put new wine in old wineskins, as that can ruin both the skins and the wine. But what exactly is Jesus trying to tell us there? Well, he's making the point that the new covenant requires that we depart from the old ways. Jesus came to bring something new and better for us. The new wine is the Spirit of God in us that makes us receptive, or dare I say, elastic, to new and unfamiliar things. Because so often we grow developing a dislike to what's new. And thus, we become unwilling to make any adjustments in our old habits and ways of life. Old does not necessarily mean good or correct. Because if that's the case, well, then each of us should own a slave. Slave holding was once allowed by the Catholic Church, but we've evolved to realize what a sin slavery is, and that it is one of the gravest crimes against humanity in modern times. Again, old does not necessarily mean good or correct, because if it were, there wouldn't be African American priests in the Catholic Church in this country. And as we celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, remember, old does not mean good or correct, because if that were the case, women and minorities wouldn't have the legal rights and protections that they have now, nor have the opportunity to hold positions of power and leadership. My dear friends, in this new year, do not be afraid of new beginnings and new challenges. Be open to accept new truth and to contemplate new ways. Life, after all, is an adventure to be explored and full of uncertainty that we just have to embrace, or just be very open-minded about. So let go of the old, the limited, the rigid, unproductive thoughts, ideas, and feelings that are nothing but shackles that bind us and keep us from being transformed into new creations and better disciples of Christ.
Thank you for joining us today. Our digital ministry provides a valuable service to parishioners and visitors alike. How wonderful that we can share God's Word, the celebration of the Eucharist, and other important words and events with those who may not be able to be with us in person. If you would like to support this effort, please go to olphglenview.org. Click on the gold donate button and then the Sunday giving icon to make a contribution on our secure online giving portal. We sincerely appreciate your past and ongoing support. Thank you for helping us continue this ministry. God bless.